Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back in action with the safest giant miner deck in the game right now. So if your opponent has bridge spam, you got the hunter, you got the guards. If your opponent has air units like balloon, lava hound clone, you have fireball for the flying machine, you have hunter for all of their spam, and you also have the mega minion to pulverize the lava hound exceptionally quickly. If your opponent is running a bait deck, well guess what? You have triple spell and you have the splash damage of the hunter. This deck has two methods of win conditions, so if your giant can't break through, your miner most certainly will as a direct source of damage. Let's go jump straight into some games and assert some dominance with the safest giant deck in the meta. Here we go guys, we got a game against Paint. We do not want to drop a single card. We want to wait for our opponent to make the first play because we got Hunter, we got Mega Minion. We need to keep those for air defenses against balloons, and we can't cycle our giant until we figure out what he's got as well. Well, you're dropping the miner in the obvious placement. We shut it down with a hunter and really don't take any damage. In fact, we get a hunter on the map for one elixir essentially. I'm going to go and log that back so then the Dark Prince does not get a hit off on us, and then we can also obliterate the skeletons. So man, are we going to get some chip damage with the hunter? It's looking like it. We also got a little bit of value on top of the witch, so maybe if we get a fireball here, we're able to kill the witch. Yeah, this is actually not super bad. As long as the Dark Prince goes in front, we're fine. Then we go for our guards after. I just need to take a little bit of damage. And then we can go for our Mega Minion on top of his minion. So he's actually BMing me a bit. Okay, dude, we need to bounce back. This is a little bit troublesome. I said it was okay, but he's BMing me so hard, dude. He's giving me the peace out Girl Scout. And when people BM me, we assert dominance. That's how the game works. So we're going to go in for the miner here. Mega Minion is not going to give us any value. But we can definitely get a juicy zap on top of those minions and the tower, so it was worth it. So he's going to miner. We can just fireball everything. So that was a really bad miner in my opinion. When we're able to fireball the miner back and not take any damage, we're about that life as well. We hit the minions and we hit the miner. Very good for us. Alright, we're going to go mute him right now. We're going to focus up. Whenever someone BMs me, it just takes me to the next level, man. We have to just play better then. So whenever he is going to go in for his spam, I'm going to go giant same lane and then go hunter behind that. So I'm going to go giant here and we'll try to get a hunter off. Man, I might have to drop it in the middle. The good thing about this deck is against Witch, we can go in for a Fireball Zap or Fireball Log. So after the nerf of the Witch, well, actually there's a buff, but the HP nerf, it dies the Fireball plus Zap, if you guys did not know that. I didn't know that for a bit until I tested it out. So I can just Zap this, and then Fireball the Witch, and then that's dead. And then we want to go in for a Miner, and we might lose our tower here to his Miner, but we're definitely going to be able to do a lot of damage to his tower here. Giant should get one hit. Mega Minion's going to be able to kill his Minion Horde. And we were at a pristine 69 HP, man. So let's just go in for our giant in the back here, try to finish off that tower. Looks like he might do a tower trade with us. Like, we're going to lose the tower there if we spend any elixir. On the right-hand side, I think it wouldn't be our best interest. I'd rather go in for a log and then a fireball to kill everything. As long as the witch dies, we're fine. He fireballed and didn't hit anything at all, so this is good. We are going to be able to take that tower, and then we have a lot of elixir still. And we still have a giant and mega minion on the map. So I fully expect a minion horde, so we're going to hunter with this. And we should be able to kill the minion horde with just a zap now. I think we played that really, really well. We definitely outplayed him there because all of his elixir is going to be catapulted on defending the 3 crown. And then we get a ton of giant damage, and the hunter is still alive. So that hunter zap combination was amazing. We're going for a mega minion here. I'm going to go for a fireball on top of the witch, and then we could log it to kill it. I want to hit the Dark Prince if he's going to drop anything with it. Otherwise, we're just going to chill. So it looks like he's going to let the witch die, I believe. I want to go in for a giant further back. I don't want to go race right into his giant. I'd rather him walk into us. And then we get counter push because our hunter is just overpowered. It's so good right now against tank decks after the buff. It's pretty noticeable in my opinion. He's going to go for a fireball and he's going to try to kill that really quickly. We can just go for a fireball on top of his witch and his minions and they die, so that's great. So it's pretty obvious that we're not able to take advantage of this push. So we need to go in for a hunter and then we need to zap, so then we're able to keep some of it alive. He also zapped. I think that's not the right play on his end. If we kill this witch, we should be able to make a huge push on him. And we're trying to log to bounce back the Dark Prince so the hunter's able to kill that. Hunter is still alive. Let's go. Alright, this is going well. This is definitely going pretty well for us. We need a fireball on top of the minion horde. So we want to conserve elixir, go for a giant in the back. He's trying to bait out a fireball, I believe. It's not really a good play on his end. We'll see what he wants to do now. As long as we're able to prevent him from killing our hunter, we're fine. We're going to zap here. He did zap as well. Really well played on his end, but I think we can still walk away with the W if we double giant. We're a giant in the middle now, and I don't think he has elixir to deal with this. So he's probably going to miner and try to fireball me out. If he does anything other than that, I think we should be able to fireball his minion horde and then go in for a miner to maybe win this game. Ooh, no, he was able to block. I don't know, guys. This is coming down to the wire. We're going to go for a log here. I'm going to zap as well. With our miner, we might be able to take it. One more hit from the miner. Let's go, baby. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. We asserted dominance against this dirty BMer that got so much damage early on. But it didn't matter, man. We came back and asserted the dominance. And those are the type of games that make me feel good inside. Makes me feel warm inside to beat someone that is just so cocky early on, saucing out the BM when they do a ton of damage. Utter disrespect. We're going for a log here, and unfortunately he goes in for bats as soon as we do that. So we're gonna have to zap him. We've already casted 4 elixir. He's casted only 5 elixir. So he's gonna be down 1 elixir now. And now he's gonna be down 2, but he's up a lot of damage. So I would gladly take 2 elixir for 400 damage, you know? We're gonna go for a giant in the back and just start slow rolling a push. I feel like he's got wall breakers, but we have a really good matchup as long as we're able to go in for hunters right on top of that. So if he wall breakers, we just hunter and we're chilling. The Dark Goblins, we're able to log it every situation. If he goes in for bats, we want to zap them. We want to ignore the miner in most situations and try to get this on top of the tower. If this Mega Minion gets on top of that tower, then we're chilling. So he doesn't have a big spell as well, so we can drop hunters in the back, counteract miners in the future. I was just trying to get some damage there. It didn't really work out. We'll always get a positive elixir trade with our log against the Dark Goblin, so we'll just roll right through. Make sure that the Ice Golem doesn't pop onto our tower. Heck, we even hit the wall breaker, so that worked really poorly for him. Wait until last possible second with your spells is one of the key concepts in the height of Clash Royale. If you wait for the longest possible time, it gives your opponent to drop more cards, so then you're able to hit more things. Obviously, what you just saw is the prime example of that. We were able to keep everything alive a little bit longer, and yeah, it worked out super, super well. That he decided to go in for a brazen play of wall breakers there. We're going to go in for a miner right in front to try to kill the Dark Goblin and keep the hunter alive. I expect him to drop an Ice Golem. If he does that, the miner's still alive, so he's in a really bad spot. Hunter is still getting chip damage everywhere, so I like this situation for us. We're chilling. We're vibing. And if he goes in for miners, we just go in for guards. Oh my gosh, dude. This is wild. This is so good for me. So we're going to go and log that back because the guards are not going to be enough, I don't think. So we need to hit the miner and also hit the wall breakers without a log. So we're in a pretty good spot. I'm just going to go and cycle Hunter in the back because he can't fireball it. He doesn't have a spell in this deck at all. It's just going to be a single small spell of either log or snowball. Those are the 2 cards that I've seen in it. Go in for another miner here. We should be able to catch his Dark Goblin so then we don't have to spend any elixir. Oh, he's got Earthquake. He's got Earthquake Miner. Man, that was a thing like when Earthquake was just coming out, but it's weird to see it. Really, really crazy. What does Earthquake do in a miner deck besides kill furnaces? I don't think it does too much. Unless you're just using it as a chip damage method, then I kind of vibe with that, but even then, it's not the best. So we're going to go in for a log. I think that if you're trying to go for direct chip damage, it's better to just run Rocket instead of Earthquake in a miner deck. So then you can at least use it on defense, say against like Baby Dragons, Inferno Dragons stacked up behind a Golem or something. What does the Earthquake do for you? Absolutely nothing. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance. We are just riding this win streak, and I think we're going to go undefeated today. We're playing super well. We're going to go for a miner on the left. We'll see what's up. Don't want to go head first right into a witch. Feels bad when that happens. And he's going to have minion horde, so he's going to have witch minion horde. I wonder if he's going to have giant miner. Probably will. We're going to have to go for a hunter right on top of the witch. Just let that die if he doesn't have miner. That's a great interaction for me. And we probably want to just get away with a log on top of the magic archer. So we take minimal amount of damage, knock it back. The last animation doesn't kick in. Feels really good. So we see Magic Archer, we see Witch, we see Minion Horde. We've not seen what his win condition is. I assume it's going to be a tank, so when you're playing against a tank deck with your tank deck, you want to be the first person to start it. Unfortunately, he's got P.E.K.K.A. We can pull it to the opposite lane, so we're trying to do that. So let's go do this. Pulls the P.E.K.K.A. to the opposite. Miner targets the tower. P.E.K.K.A. gets pulled. Then we're able to go in for a giant plus Mega Minion push here. Zap there, and then go in for guards on top of the P.E.K.K.A. So that's really good. You're always supposed to place your P.E.K.K.A. here so it doesn't get kited, but he did not know that, so we abused it, and we tried to get a lot of damage with it. So we're going to go for guards now. And then we can go for a hunter right after. And miner right on top of the wizard. The wizard's going to still get damage, but it's fine. We outplayed him super hard, boys. So that is one of the best plays you can do with giant miner if you guys did not know that. Add that to your arsenal, pull it off, use that exact placement, and you'll win so many more games. Especially against people that make misplays, you can just punish super, super hard. So, in theory, his deck should hard counter me, but you can make plays like that to win the game. Otherwise, what I would have been doing is using my Giant as a tank for my Miner, and my Miner would have been able to chip him out from full. I really wouldn't be using my Giant as a main resource of chipping through. It's just too hard. And you can Fireball plus Log or Fireball plus Zap every single time on the Witch. Usually you want to hit more than just the Witch, but it's okay if you just kill the Witch with it, because it's just such an overpowered card. If you spend 6 Elixir on 5, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's really one of his only threats in the deck. P.E.K.K.A is kind of a bad card in my opinion right now. I wouldn't use it too often. Generally would be losing to a lot of the Mega Knight bait decks in the meta. Should beat Giant though. But yeah, as we said before, Hunter kills things so quickly, and P.E.K.K.A just doesn't have very many hit points now, so it's not that big of a threat. We can just zap here, go in for a Giant to soak up the remaining bits of damage from the Wizard and the big baby dragon. And I think we're going to have to eat a bit of damage before we Fireball, but still not going to be much. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. I totally was expecting something with Fireball bait, but I really wasn't expecting the P.E.K.K.A here. Hey, he got 15 wins too, so he's a pretty good player. Peace out, Girl Scout, and good luck in the rest of your grand challenges. That was a good win. Go for a log here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's good. And we want to wait and see what he's got before we make any bold plays. We're going to go for guards, and we have to go for a zap on top of those goblins, so then we're able to shut them down. If he zaps or snowballs our guards, we need to make sure that we keep ours alive, so then his goblins don't get right on top of our tower. So, unfortunately, I have to Fireball this. And we see a bait deck with Miner and Goblin Barrel. I expect them to have Inferno Tower, and I won't be able to break through with my Giant, so I have to get a lot of chip damage with my Miner. I go in for my Hunter here, and I actually have to go for a Giant to go and pull the Minion Horde. Otherwise, I think we lose the game. So we might be able to make a counter push here, because he went for Minion Horde plus Valkyrie at the river. That's a really bold interaction from him. Very bold play, sir. So I think we want to go in for a Miner, because the Hunter by itself just gets distracted, and it's not that great of a card. But when it's supported with a Miner, it can actually get a ton of chip damage on the tower. The shotgun shells are great at piercing through units, and then still hitting the tower. So I want to log this so the Spear Goblin doesn't get a hit, and then we're going to go in for guards on defense. So notice where my guards are positioned. The right-hand Goblin right here will get hit first. Okay, well, he dropped Miner as well. But the right-hand Goblin should get hit first from the tower. Always the outside. Goblin gets hit first, so that's why you always want to position your guards on the two goblins that are not going to immediately get killed. So if those goblins stay alive longer, they're obviously going to do more damage. First one that dies, you don't want to be working away on that. It's just redundant. So Inferno Tower, as we expected. In this situation, we 100% have to use our Miner to their fullest potential. And I don't even want to go and support this Giant, because anything that we do with it will just die, right? Especially if he goes in for a Minion Horde plus Inferno Tower. Rather just ignore it, treat it like it never happened, and do a 5-for-5 trade with the Inferno Tower, and then just have our Hunter just rip through his Minion Horde. So we get 5 Elixir there. And then we also get his Spear Goblins and Goblin Gang for free. So I definitely want to go for a Fireball, so then we're able to go and kill the Princess. I don't think we're going to get any chip damage with the guards, unfortunately, because the Princess stayed alive for too long, but it's fine. Definitely try to Miner his way to victory here, but the Goblin Barrel is not going to be a reliable answer since he doesn't have the fastest cycle. If he had Knight plus Ice Spirit and Log, he should be able to outcycle my Goblin counters. Should be able to outcycle us with a original Log bait deck by just viciously cycling your Goblin Barrel, Ice Spirit, Knight, Log, and Goblin Gang. And then your opponent doesn't have Log in cycle and they're forced to Fireball, and that's a really bad spot for this deck. But he does not have that deck, so I don't think we're going to have any issues. All we have to do is just consistently cycle our Hunter here, go in for a Giant to tank, and even if he ends up having a Miner in the back to pull our Hunter's attention, we're still fine because we have the Giant, thick boy, baiting out the Inferno Towers every which way that we look. Then we can Fireball here, just to break through the Inferno Tower a little bit quicker, and cycle Elixir as we need to. Notice the posturing of the Inferno Tower, by the way. Very good placement by him, because then it also hits my Miners that are cycled. It's gonna Princess. Oh, I didn't do it in time. Still zap to kill in one hit, and then... Oh, wow, we don't hit the entirety of the Goblin Gang. The Goblin Gang sometimes is dispersed a little bit, or delayed. So that's kind of annoying. It's kind of a buff in some situations, right? It's harder to hit with spells, predicting it. Hunter. Even though the Giant's gonna die, we're gonna try to make some use of it. Giant, your death will not be in vain. He's not doing any like hipster barrels. He's just doing it in front, trying to get damage. hoping that I delay my log. Go for a miner now. Fully expect him to drop something. No, he just gave up. He aborted this mission real quick. No, he tried to get the Valkyrie to hit everything. Okay, so he didn't give up. He's going to zap and cycle a log for victory. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you. You guys saw how methodically I played this. Slow and steady won the race, and I didn't use my Giant. I used my Miner to win because he had it for a tower. It wasn't really possible breakthrough. Go Mega Minion here. We also have to go in for a zap, so we shut down both the wall breakers. Unfortunately, he baited out 5 elixir from us, so that's not good. We're going for a Hunter right on top of the Miner and right on top of the Barbarian Barrel, and the Mega Minion still gets hit on the left, so I guess we're in an okay spot. What does this man want to do, though? He's going to have to go in for a Furnace. Alright. So in this situation, we wait for one of the Fire Spirits to die, then we go for Giant to soak up that remaining Fire Spirit hit. So we already saw his wall breakers. He's got Witch. Does he have Clone with this, guys? Is that a possibility? I think we want to Fireball, hit the Furnace, and hit the Witch. It seems a little bit greedy, because we know that the Giant's not going to get damage, but I think it was worth it, so then we don't take damage from Fire Spirits. We're going to go for a log. We're going to hit the Miner and hit the Witch. Notice where I placed it. I nicked the Miner, so we didn't get any chip damage or any value with that, and then we also killed the Witch. So it was 2 for 1. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone is always a little bit better. I could have just hit the Witch and tried to get tower damage, but we would have denied more by hitting the Miner, knocking it back, and not letting that get any value on us. I'm going to go in for another Miner on the left-hand side. Looks like we're going to be chipping away primarily with Miners in this matchup. It looks like he's got too many other answers to us. And I'm going to be going in for a Giant here. Could have fireballed everything. No, I couldn't have. It was too far away. Well, this is an easy zap. I don't know why he would give us that. Deny all the wall breakers. Unfortunately, he does get some damage with the bats, but I'm okay with it. We just want to go for a Hunter to the left, so then the Witch dies. And maybe we can get in guards and Miner on him if he goes in for something crazy. Oh, man, was that a prediction? Or was that luck? I can't tell. But whatever it was good for him. Going for a Miner and guards here, because we still had remaining guards. We should have had more of them surviving, but he hit him with Bar Barrel, so that felt bad. That would have been a really, really good push for us if it worked the way we wanted to. Easy log. Let's take it. So we are going to be able to kill the wall breakers without any damage on our tower. Extremely reliable situation for me to be in. Ooh, the Witch is not going to fall into fireball range, will it? Oh, it does, barely. Let's go in for a zap before the fireball lands so then we don't push it away from our fireball. Or push it away from the zap, rather. So we're able to kill the Witch. Super important to do that. Whenever you have fireball zap, you want to go for the fireball after the zap lands. So then you don't screw up your timing and then miss it. I'm sure you guys have had that happen to you before. It's happened to me. It made me just so sad. But whenever you have misplays like that, you always make sure that you don't make it again. Go for a Miner here. Gonna Bar Barrel. We can fireball the Witch again. So we'll snag that. And we're gonna zap before, as per usual. Definitely need a Giant. He's gonna wall breakers here. Just gonna Miner. Looks like he doesn't have elixir to wall breakers yet. So that's really good. We can just ignore the Miner and try to make a huge push here. Making sure that the Giant is gonna tank. The Giant tanks and the Miner is gonna have a lot more HP and we get more value from it. Wall breakers demand a log. I don't have to do anything else because we know that he's already dropped his Miner. Doesn't matter. Wait for the Fire Spirits to connect, then drop our guards. Ooh, that one skeleton is doing a lot, but it's not going to matter. We will walk away with a W. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you. That skeleton got a lot more damage than I anticipated, but we still played better than him at the end.